49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Brandon Gaudin, as always, joined by my good friend Charles Davis. As CD, you look at the Niners in this matchup, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
All right, guys. So yesterday there was a parents' night.
Toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their now 36-year-old quarterback who's in his 14th NFL season, the former MVP, Matt Ryan.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Ryan. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. KJ Osborne, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. DeAndre Carter returning it. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
We got this.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback. 3rd season now out of Oklahoma, the former #1 overall pick, of course, Kyler Murray.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it. It worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal. So it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and go. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, Yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the shotgun, Ryan. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cobb. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now Ryan. Swinging this out for Pollard. Oh, what a juke into space. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful. And that strength was on display there.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 4th touchdown. On the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
They'll run with Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never...
Looking there for picks, but intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. On 1st down, Pollard. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Same result as last play, 14 yards and another 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here comes Mooney now on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Ryan. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
One of the better defensive linemen in the league, can be absolutely dominant at times. Chris Jones has been a Pro Bowler each of the last 2 years. In 2020, just 7.5 sacks. But he did have a career high, 15.5, just 3 seasons ago in 2018. He and Frank Clark provide excellent pressure against opposing quarterbacks.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, he did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
Here we go.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. Stays on his feet. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Murray's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going for it. Hits Murray. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. The 40. The 30. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march for the chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this a three-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. 1 second, all that remains. He'll buy some time right. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Shotgun now for Murray. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Murray again. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Flushed out right. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked off by Cameron Sutton.
Oh, I know how I feel.
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, Ryan. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
All day, baby, all day.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And the Colts are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Pollard, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Oh, it don't matter. It don't matter.
Tony Pollard, his second touchdown of the night. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check 43.
On play action, it's Murray. They'll get this off to Taylor. They get 6. That'll leave them with 34.
I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he's going to have a Niners first down. He needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Murray now on first down. A good pickup of 6 there on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Eluding the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0. Brandon, what defense in this situation would have meant that there was no completion when they picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Murray from midfield. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring out the 4th down. Murray now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Carter. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 24, check 24.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. That one caught by Carter. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
When we we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up second and 8 at the Colts 12-yard line.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Back now here in Santa Clara. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Colts to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. To throw is Ryan. That's complete to Mooney. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard, and he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Here comes Carter. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Now, first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The Niners on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now Murray's got to have this one. Flushed out right. Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call.
Let's go. Let's do this.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Milton Williams in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. And this is Cook with the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Randall Cobb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Here's Carter now on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here this 4th quarter. Now a dump off here complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Yeah, he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First down, Murray. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
26 more yards. That's another 49er first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. From the 16, Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to get